Gotcha. Now, presumably, if I'm the editor, if I'm the author, and I've gotten to the point where I'm about to come to Smith, and I assume nice things cost money. There's probably some sort of investment within there,
Yeah.
and I'm getting to that point. Presumably, I've had somebody other than my mom and my wife read the book. I've gone out and I found some beta readers. I've gotten that feedback. Hopefully I'm at least to that point. What would you recommend? What's a good way to make sure that the author has done their homework to know that they're going to hit with that audience? I mean, you can't know before you know, but hopefully get some idea.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think all of those things are the right things. Beta readers certainly. Another big one though is building your community and your network. Something I've seen a good amount in my years of publicity is authors who get so focused on themselves and their own work that they're not paying attention to what anyone else is doing in specifically in their market. So let's say it's horror fiction, and they show up and they say, I have written the best manuscript. This is like nothing else. But they've not read anything else in a great number of years. They don't know what's going on in the genre market. They don't know who's a big deal, who's not a big deal, who's really successful on social media, who are the major influencers, and they haven't really started to build that community. It's going to be a much steeper learning curve to tapping into the target audience because they don't even know where to start, and they don't know what their competition looks like, and they haven't built any relationships before they're going to start asking for something. And that's a really big thing I talk to my authors about is your first interaction with someone can't be asking them for coverage or for a review. We need to give in order to get. The authors who are generous, who have blogs and review other authors' books on them, or have the Middle Grade Ninja podcast and interview other people and feature other people's work, are going to be much more likely to, when their moment in the sun rolls around, when their new book is out, see this whole community of people band around them, and also get that early feedback from that community too. The alternative to the would-be author who has this manuscript and it's the best thing ever, but they don't know what else is going on, is the author. I recently in the horror realm heard from one of the bloggers that I've been working with for the past 6 years, and he's a fabulous reviewer and fabulous person and a real passionate advocate for authors and publishers in the genre. And he sent me an email and he said, Sarah, wish me luck. I just completed my first manuscript and I'm really excited and I'm going to self-publish it this fall, and just wanted to let you know that. And I'm like, this guy has built up so much goodwill in this community that over years that they're going to lift him up and support him with his fall launch. And even me as a book publicist, I said to him, hey, I'm a publicist, and it's a career, and we don't we're not the Peace Corps. We can't do pro bono work for everyone we love. But I said, if you have any questions throughout this process, let me know. I'm happy to lend an ear, lend a word of wisdom. And so I know that that's a long answer to your question, but I hope that sort of helps give some insight into why showing up with that manuscript, sort of not knowing heads from tails, is a bad place to be. You really should have started that process of understanding your target market and building relationships in it much before even finishing the book.